We took Monday off yesterday, and then so we're back, watched our tape versus Chattanooga this morning, and we are about to go to practice right now, and hopefully we have 2 or 3 good days of practice, and then which I think everybody in college basketball, it's a great time to take 4 or 5 days off. We'll, after the Middle Tennessee game, drive back here. Everybody will fly home, and then we come back on the 26th. So we're looking forward to getting to Bridgestone, and it's a place that at Middle we played, probably 4 or 5 games since I was there, and you get a chance to play another neutral site game, and against a team that we're very familiar with, and then obviously gives you a game in the building that the SEC tournament will be played in March, which both those things are good for our team.
How much turnover did Middle have after last year? I mean, starters returning, that sort of thing. It was a lot of turnover, wasn't it?
Yeah, we lost Nick King and Giddy Potts, our 2 leading scorers. Graduated. Both are playing professionally right now, and then 3 other players didn't return. And then obviously the recruiting class didn't. So it's we've got Carl Gamble, who played on our team, beat Michigan State and Minnesota. Donovan Sims, our starting point guard last year toward the end of the year. And then Antonio Green, a kid from Tupelo we had sitting out, is their leading scorer right now, and then TJ Massenberg. But there's a lot of new faces since we've left.
Are you familiar at all with the staff that came in after you?
Yeah, I've known Nick. We played Nick's team at Asheville in the Great Alaskan Shootout 2 or 3 years ago, and have a lot of respect for Nick, his staff, and I think they're going to do a really good job. They've played maybe the toughest non-conference schedule in the country. I mean, we'd set it up tough, and we'd always kind of done that. And really, even like when you start playing Lipscomb, Toledo, Murray, Belmont, plus all of the other schools that they've played. So it's been a really, really tough schedule, and I've seen them play really, really well in parts of all those games.
You've talked before about wanting to see Dom improve in out-of-area rebounding. How do you get there? How do you become a better out-of-area rebounder?
Yeah, a lot of times you recruit them. You just recruit guys that rebound, and they go back and they just instinctively go outside their area. Dom has made a lot of strides in areas, but the other night he got 1 rebound, and he's got to be able to go from one side of the rim to the other side of the rim, whether it's offensive or defensive rebounding. And so his presence offensively is getting better, and defensively, but it's just something we emphasize. We'll do rebounding drills today and emphasize it every trip down the floor with him.
He mentioned that it's kind of an awareness thing, kind of that he can box out his guy, no problem, but it's guys coming in from other directions. Is there a way really to grow that, peripheral vision awareness at all with him?
Yeah, the biggest thing is that the great ones can box out and then disengage. Sometimes guys can box out, but they can't leave their guy to go and rebound, and so you've got to be able to box out and then disengage to go rebound it. And he does a good job a lot of times of boxing out, and he's got to go pursue the ball. But sometimes he does. He gets great blockouts. His man doesn't get it, and then we emphasize a lot guards rebounding down. And so I just think in all really good teams, your guards rebound down all the long threes that everybody's taking now, in those 50-50 balls that kind of come around the free throw line area.
Offensively, do you worry at all that he becomes a little predictable? Because when he catches the ball down, he does a good job of getting position, but it seems like he's always going to that right shoulder.
Yeah, he's 100% predictable, and we talk about it all the time. We'll do drills today that he can only shoot it with his left hand. And I mean, it's just something he's got to get into the game. We talk about it and talk about it and talk about it, and he does. He's got a great right-hand jump hook, but he's got to get really in basketball. You only need 2 moves: your best move and a counter. And in practice, he gets it done, and he'll do it. He's got to rely. I said, I don't care if you miss it. I said, I just want you to shoot a ball with your left hand. And so I think something like that, we just got to keep him growing, because in league play, boy, everybody just keeps scouting and scouting.
Is that a question of confidence with him, you think?
Yeah, he's
hand?
Not trusting it. Just not trusting it, because he's got a good left hand.
Yeah.
He really does. He just kind of overpowered a lot of people to get to his right-hand jump hook. And like I said, it's just something that we've emphasized, and in practice it looks good. He's got to get it right into the game.
Have you been pleased with the trajectory of you guys' approval in the post as a whole, kind of through non-conference plays, y'all near the end here?
Yeah, you know, when you kind of look at it for 40 minutes, because really both those guys are just splitting time. Some guy played 22 minutes, some guy played 18 minutes. And you look at kind of the 40-minute total, you know, and then he and Bruce have got kind of good stats at that particular time. You know, Bruce scored 15 in 15 minutes. Dom did some nice things. Bruce has got to keep getting better defensively. But as we all know in this room, you guys have seen it, you know, we've got that area right there in the league play. When you start going against these guys in this league, I mean, it's going to have to get better and better.
I asked Don